Medieval Europe wasn't just a time of dark ages. It was an awakening of new architectural possibilities, trading routes, and the dawn of a great age of exploration from which many cities thrived. From mighty walled cities to small villages with castles, there is no list long enough to mention all the stunning medieval places Europe has to offer. Welcome to Gone Travel Channel. Today, we narrowed it down to 10 magical medieval towns, not particularly in order, whether you are a history buff or just looking for a charming getaway. These places will, without a doubt, enchant your senses to the fullest. Number 10. York, England. York is a historic medieval city located in the north of England. It has a rich and fascinating history that is still visible today in the city's stunning architecture and vibrant cultural scene. Walk along the Roman city walls and take in views of the city's medieval buildings. One of the most impressive buildings here is the York Minster, a Gothic cathedral that dates back to the 13th century. Don't forget to visit the Shambles, a narrow, winding street lined with timber-framed buildings with numerous shops, cafes, and restaurants. York is a town like no other in all of England. Number 9. Trogir, Croatia. Located on the Adriatic coast of Croatia, Trogir is one of the best preserved medieval towns in the country. You can walk hours through the city's narrow streets and not have enough of the many impressive fortifications, which date back to the 13th century. Visit the Cathedral of St. Lawrence and admire the stone-walled buildings on your stroll along the waterfront. Trogir is a magical town that you should not miss even on your beach holiday in Croatia. Number 8. Toledo, Spain. Once the capital of Spain, today an outstanding museum city whose rich heritage owes almost everything to three cultures living here side by side. Walk through the narrow, winding streets and discover a series of incredible buildings, still very much alive both inside and out, like the stunning Gothic cathedral, numerous historic synagogues and mosques, and the famous Alcazar fortress. A trip to this city is a beautiful and once-in-a-lifetime experience. Number 7. Krakow, Poland. Krakow is the second largest city in Poland. It dates back to the 7th century and has one of the most preserved medieval centers in the country. Visit the heart of the city. You will see a beautiful main square dominated by the Old Cloth Market, overseen by the St. Mary's Basilica. Walk to the eastern part of the city. You will find the Kazimierz district, the Jewish epicenter of the city for over 500 years. Krakow is simply one of those cities that you must include in your itinerary. Number 6. Rothenburg, Germany. Rothenburg is a picturesque medieval town in Germany's best preserved. Walk your way through the stunning cobblestone streets, marketplace, and climb the impressive town hall, which dates itself back to the 13th century. It will offer you the most spectacular views over the red rooftops of the city. If you want to escape the crowds of endless tourists, we advise you to spend the night. You'll enjoy Rothenburg with a completely different atmosphere and will immediately fall in love. Number 5. Český Krumlov, Czech Republic. This Czech city is a beautiful medieval town sitting on the banks of the Vltava River. It has a fairy tale atmosphere with a 13th century castle overlooking the valley. Pay a visit to this monument with 5 beautiful courtyards for mesmerizing panoramic views. Wander through the center full of narrow cobblestone streets, bridges, squares, and find the St. Vitus Church with wonderful frescoes inside. You can walk along the Vltava River or try the canoeing and rafting, if you are up for an adventure. Number 4. Sighisoara, Romania. Sighisoara offers an invaluable look into the medieval ages and is one of the most well-preserved and charming medieval towns in Europe. It is also home to the birthplace of Vlad the Impaler, the inspiration for Bram Stoker's Dracula. Walk through winding cobbled alleys, steep stairways, secluded squares, and climb the most iconic building here, the Clock Tower. It is a 14th century structure that dominates the town's skyline. Sighisoara is a fascinating and enchanting destination that offers visitors a glimpse into the rich history and culture of Transylvania. Number 3. Carcassonne, France. Carcassonne is a fortified medieval city located in southern France and one of the best preserved examples of a medieval walled city in Europe. Walk along the massive double walls, climb one of the 52 towers, and enjoy panoramic views of the surrounding countryside. In addition to its stunning medieval architecture, Carcassonne is also known for being an inspiration to the famous board game bearing the same name. Number 2. Tallinn, Estonia. Tallinn is, with its old town, surrounded by the city's medieval walls, one of the most well-preserved medieval cities of Europe. Walk through the streets filled with beautiful medieval buildings and get to the town hall square in the center. It has been a historic marketplace throughout the centuries. The warmer months are a wonderful time to visit this stunning gem in the north. It may be cold visiting Tallinn in winter, but its stunning Christmas market will take your breath away. Number 1. Siena, Italy. No medieval list would be complete without an enchanting city from Italy. This Tuscan jewel is filled with charming narrow streets full of brick buildings and surrounded by fortified walls. Visit the heart of the city. It is created by the large medieval Piazza del Campo, with the Torre del Mangia dominating it. Climb the tower and admire the breathtaking views over the whole town and the 3 hills this city sits upon. Pay a visit to one of the most marvelous cathedrals in Italy. The marble-striped facade is a great eye-catcher, and the interior of it is even more remarkable. Siena is a must-see place at least once in your life. Do you agree with our list? What are your favorite medieval places in Europe? Share them with us in the comments section so you too can inspire other travelers to explore this enchanting part of our world. And as always, thank you for watching our videos.